Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Indigo here. Hope you're having a good day or a good night, whatever time it is we watch this video. Okay, so I did the math for today and we got 17, okay, which in the major arcana is the star. 17 of course comes down to 8, which is the strength card. So we definitely know that we're in the year of strength. We are in the month of the Empress. Okay, and today is the day of the lovers. So I feel like there could be like relationships, okay, whether they're platonic or romantic, that could be inspiring you, okay. I feel like something is awakening your sacral chakra, making you more or just making you feel more comfortable and indulging in your creative energy. Okay, you could have felt very stagnant in that energy for a while where you just didn't really have the desire to create. Okay, I definitely feel like certain relationships from your past or just people that you have known for a while have been tugging on your energy to make you feel less creative or less motivated to do the things that actually inspire you. Okay, I also feel like there's like this bravery when it comes to acknowledging your emotions. I feel like for a lot of you, you use your creative passions as an escape from your day-to-day life, right? But I also feel like instead of you escaping from your emotions, I feel like you are stepping into a place where you feel more comfortable expressing your emotions, okay, whether that be verbally or actually speaking on why it is that you choose to create the things that you create. All right. um I know I heard somebody say that one time where, oh, it's art, like an art gallery, like nobody's coming and asking you for um nobody's coming to ask you about your art. Like people are just going to be looking at your art, which is completely not true. If people are seeking you out uh for your artwork, they want to know like what intention is behind it, what thought process goes into it, where does your creativity come from, do you have the verbiage to express that to a community of people, or is it just a physical expression. Okay, and I feel like for a lot of you, the depth in which your art has, you know how to communicate why it was that you was inspired to create something, which I feel like gives people more of an understanding of who you are as an artist, okay, and as an individual, connecting the art to the individual, okay. I feel like it's also a thing, okay. I feel like there was a lot of self-doubt when it came to certain things that involve you and your emotions, and I feel like the self-doubt was really just because you didn't know if you had the ability to honestly, openly express yourself, okay. The fear of being judged has a lot to do with that. Also, still holding on to past perceptions or past judgments that people have placed on you when it comes to uh, how it is that you are, who it is that you are. I feel like those are things that you were holding very deeply onto, but there's something about like a finished product or a finished project that has given you a lot of clarity on like your emotions and how far it is that you've actually come within your healing journey, okay. um and I'm hearing that song, I forgot her name, but it's like, I hope you know, I hope you know that this has nothing to do with you. It's personal. Myself and I, we got some straightening out to do. And I'm gonna miss you like a child misses their blanket. But I gotta get a move on with my life. It's time to be a big girl now, and big girls don't cry. Okay, I'm hearing that song, right? And I feel like honestly I feel like that had a lot to do with like her honoring her inner child, right? And it's like a lot of the times a lot of people have suffered from not receiving the love that it is that they've always needed, right? But during that suffering period came this acknowledgement of needing to develop an inner self-love, okay, so that you don't see you with outside yourself. And I feel like it's this energy where like some of you could be in relationships, some of you cannot be in relationships, some of you could be thinking about being in a relationship, okay, but then it's like this self journey that you feel called to go on to really just kind of indulge in yourself without thinking about another, because I find for a lot of you it's hard for you to be around people and not be there for them. It's like you're so empathic, you're so intuitive, you know what people need, you know what people want, and you kind of just provide that for them regardless of if it's affecting you or not, because you really just thrive off of other people being happy, okay? And I feel like this is just essentially you realizing that you need to make yourself happy, like this partnership, this union that you have with yourself, like you need to strengthen, because a lot of you are realizing like there's only a there's a portion of you that you know and understand of who you are, but there is so much more to who it is that you are, okay? And like yesterday or 2 days ago, I was like in the bathtub and I was channeling this energy where it's like you are in reincarnated energy, but there is like multiple energies that like each timeline that you get on, like you reincarnate as that part of yourself. And I feel like for a lot of you, like you have like outgrown a specific timeline where like that was that was who you were meant to be, that was what you were meant to do, and like now you're in this completely different timeline and meant to do something completely different. And it's like you wanting to know that version of yourself away from like the obligations that certain relationships could hold you to. And it's not that the people are holding you to it, it's just that you understand like in a relationship, become about each other. Like it's not just individually about yourself. And I feel like there's like this energy of like selfishness, but it's not in a negative sense. It's more so in the sense of knowing what your heart is desiring, knowing what you want to accomplish, knowing how you want to get there, and really just choosing to follow that path, okay? um I feel like a lot of hope is being reinitiated into people's lives. And even when you think about certain love relationships, like if you are in a partnership and you are thinking about going on a solo journey, right? It's like, you know, time will bring us back together, right? It's like it's kind of the energy like what's meant to be will always be. Like nobody can ruin anything that's actually meant for you. Nobody, no situation, no circumstances can ruin that. And I feel like you are accepting that and not feeling the need to hold on to something or someone, or even just like a physical thing, to the point to where it's literally cutting your hands. Like you just are accepting of the time and space that it takes to get to a certain point, and you are actually going to utilize that time and that space to do whatever it is that you feel you need to do for yourself. And I feel like it's going to be very healing and therapeutic for you, and also for this relationship too, because it's like you can't really love somebody else until you like physically, like until you love yourself. You can't really care or nurture anyone if you can't care and nurture yourself. Like, you can't have the capability to put somebody before yourself if you never put yourself first. Like, like, it's just a lot that I feel like has to be learned. I'm so tired of having bangs. Like, I'm literally over it, and I'm about to change my hair because I'm so over it. Um, uh, yeah. So, also having the confidence to like initiate new conversations, right? New perspectives on things that people feel should be a certain type of way. I feel like there's a lot of love and like soulmate energy in this. I don't know, in this energy. Like, even yesterday, the lovers came out with the Empress, and I feel like that is a lot of the feminine energy, like desiring to have that partnership, to have that union, but then also the acknowledgement of you are the Empress and the Emperor. Like, you have that partnership and that union within yourself, and it's like you're no longer looking outside of yourself to acquire something that you can't acquire within yourself. And I don't know if people, like, if you ever seen that post where it's like you're not competing with another person, like you're competing with me and my solitude. Like, it's really giving that kind of energy, and it's not a competition. It's just like you're not in need of existential validation. And I feel like that is what is making it easier for you to honor yourself and do the things that you want, and really just be honest with yourself. Like, if something is going to intervene with where it is that you are wanting to go in your path, like, I feel like it's just like a lot of honest acknowledgement right now. And a lot of taking control over your life, over your circumstances, over you acquiring what it is that you want to have. Like, you aren't looking for someone to do anything for you, because I feel like you're really doing it for yourself. And this isn't like giving hyper independence. It's really just giving like yeah, I got it. Like, if help comes along, like, that's great, and you're very appreciative of it, but you also know that everywhere you go, there are going to be people that you're attracting, people that are like you. You are always going to get what it is that you need. The divine is always going to provide for you, and you are never going to be in a state of lack. And you are so protected that it's not even funny at this point. Like, it's not even funny at this point. Like, the relationship, the third party really is God. Like, it really truly is. It really, really, truly is. And this divine calling that you have over your life does come with major choices. It does come with, it's kind of like giving time management. Like, what importance, what is more important, what needs to be accomplished now, what can wait until later, what I can come back to, right, in order to like give energy to something else that needs it, right? It's like these choices definitely do create different realms of different opportunities and different things that exist, but it's not like any of the doors that you open are closing. I feel like it's all within this same portal, right? And it's like every single part of the journey plays a very significant role into that major final piece. And I feel like you are just accepting of the time now and the journey rather than just focusing on the destination. I feel like for a lot of my collective, it was the destination. Like, well, if I need to do this so I can get there, and it's like, well, you're focused so much on that you're not really allowing yourself to live or exist in the present moment in time. And like, I don't know what that is. I can't really see. Okay, anyways, you're you're just, open to actually have an experience. Like, you're not going to allow yourself to be just permanently in hermit mode. Like, no. Like, a lot of you are introverts, but a lot of you also have become that way because of the way that the world has treated you and the constant being misunderstood, and then the constant having to acknowledge, people and places and why they are the way they are. It's a constant, like, healing journey. Like, the more you interact with other people, the more you become aware of places and spaces where you still have to heal at. And sometimes that can be very off-putting when you are in the midst of trying to do something. It's like triggering that emotional energy or triggering that emotional response can either strengthen your path or deter you. And I feel like you guys are learning to use your emotions as your strengths and not use them as their hindrance. Use it as a hindrance, or allow it to become a hindrance, because you realize that it's there for you to evolve. It's not there to stop you from absolutely anything. But I feel like the not having control, the having to let go, or see you later, like, that energy can kind of be very discouraging when you want something to play out in the way that it's supposed to play out. But every part of the experience plays such a significant role in the final outcome, and I feel like you have to be open to whatever that is that it entails. Okay, so that's what I got for the math. Let me pull some of these and see what comes out, because I feel called to this. Today is a pretty cool day. Oh wow, I just seen a person walking in the hallway, and that was cool. I went outside today, and like, it was stuff up in the sky. Like, my spirit guides were really just like, they were really just my ancestors, everything, like, really just giving it to me, like, because I'm just like, bruh. They're like, it's okay, like, here's a butterfly, here's a stork, like, be happy, like. And I'm just like, true. Okay, past life relationship, chemistry, wedding. Okay, I feel like for a lot of you, like, there is, like, definitely some, like, relationship that, like, means a lot to you, and, like, it is evolving, right? Sachet, wisdom, okay? And I feel like whatever this past life relationship is, there's some type of acknowledgement of one party or both parties only allowing themselves to experience that relationship and didn't really have, like, a life outside of that relationship, right? And I feel like there is a correction of that with, I always say, exploration popping out. Okay, I feel like there was just like this, and the stork is on there. Oh my goodness, now I gotta look you up. But yeah, there's, like, you don't have to be, I don't know, I feel like it's just an acknowledgement of, like, if you want this to go where you want it to go, then you're going to have to provide yourself with what it is that you need and what it is that you want, so that the situation works out in the best way for both people. Okay, and I feel like for a lot of you, like, you want to travel, like, you're tired of being, like, in the same place. A lot of you could be in states where it's, like, fucking cold and snowy and absolutely miserable. And you're just like, bruh, like, no. And even if you're in somewhere where it's warm, it's like you just want to explore, like, you want to venture, like, you want to be in nature, like, you don't want to be, like, especially if you're in a city, like, you don't want to be in the city all the time. You don't want to be amongst the crowd all the time. Like, you want to explore, like, outside of the matrix, like, right? And I feel like there's a lot of passion in this relationship. Okay, I feel like you're guides want you to trust the situation and just allow it to unfold naturally, right? And just like don't have so much like don't create an expectation, like just appreciate it for what it is and like kind of go with the flow kind of energy. Okay, I feel like there also is like a lot of energy of like the need to get to know one another. Okay, but then there's also this energy of like there's pay attention to red flags and release of X. So there's like X energy lingering like so hard in the collective's energy, and it's like people from your past wanted to get back into your life because they did really fucked up shit to you, and now they are going through and experiencing karma. And I feel like a lot of you are fighting whether or not you should help these people or be there for them. But you know, and if you don't know, now you know that if you help these people, you are going to get karma for helping them, because the reason they're in the position that they're in is because they were doing sneaky shady shit to you that you may or may not have known about. And by you helping them, you're pretty much allowing their karma to become yours. So if you don't want to receive that, then you should probably let the relationship go. It's not your responsibility to fix somebody who literally tried to damage you. It's not your responsibility to and you shouldn't be trying to prove to somebody like, oh, I'm good, I'm great, like without you. Like, I don't know, it's just this energy of like really needing to let people the fuck go. Like, stop holding on to people who literally have absolutely no desire to see you do better, no desire to anything that's positive for you. Like, these people want to keep you stagnant and stuck in an old paradigm, and it's just not, that's just not the move. Okay, separation energy, and I feel like there is like time that needs to go on, or that needs to like happen, because like one party could be really like being initiated into the healing journey, and they have to go through some things that maybe you already went through, collective. And it's like, well, you know, I'm here for you while you go through those things, but then I also have to like experience my life, and I have to enjoy this new energy that I'm now stepping into. Like, I can't, you know, carry your burdens for you, and I don't feel like nobody's asking you to, nor do you feel obligated to. It's just like you are aware of your past behaviors, and you are now holding yourself accountable for not perpetuating cycles that you did in the past, because you've already learned from them, right? And I feel like this is just like a lot of self-love that's exuding out, and then also a lot of love that you're giving to your partner, because it's like, you know, I know what I had to go through in order for me to get to this point, and like it was hard, but like I know that you could do it too, and like you will do it, and that's just the end of it. Okay, I feel like this person's like very different from like your normal type and expectation, and I feel like that is what makes you even more confident or comfortable in like really just stepping into your power, or just stepping into your new life. Like, you know, I don't know, it's a really positive energy. It's kind of like, like you'll be missed, like, but it's like not a goodbye. It's just kind of like a see you later kind of energy, right? It's like, oh, I'll FaceTime you, oh, I'll call you. And I feel like there's like certain things that like weren't being done before, that like with space, certain things are going to be looked at from a different perspective and maybe appreciated in a different way. Okay. The Seven of Wands, and I see the Lovers with Strength. So it's like, yeah, defending what you want. Like, and a lot of times people feel like fighting for your relationship, or fighting for this, or fighting for that, like it requires you to be present. Sometimes it requires you to just completely let it go. Sometimes it just requires you to completely let it go. Not to give too much energy into it. Not to overthink it. Not to be overbearing with trying to come up with the outcome, or constantly trying to reach a conclusion. Like, it's just like going with the flow, and it be what it is. And then I also feel like this is like energy of defending your, I don't know, also a celebration about there's a celebration that's definitely happening about about some type of acquired land, is what I just heard. Acquired land, okay, acquired property. Somebody's gonna be celebrating something on their new property. Okay, somebody could be coming towards you because they're juggling with their spirituality and they want you to help them ascend, okay? But there's like a victory here. There's a lot of action that's getting victory. Like there's just a lot of action here that's getting victory. It's the 7 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. And it's like a victory. And then the Hermit came out. So that self-introspection, that shadow diving, that soul digging, like it's really coming. And then the King and Queen of Cups. Yeah, this is like a shared emotionally evolving relationship, okay, that I feel like is receiving justice. There's definitely a form of communication coming from the justice system about a particular situation, okay? But I feel like this is going to give you truth and clarity on like this next portion of this adventure that you're on. It has a lot to do with career and also obtaining material, okay? And this is also giving me balance because the Devil, the Queen of Pentacles with the Hierophant on the other end with the Queen of Pentacles in the middle. It's like some type of balance that you are initiating into a space, or just like, I don't know, bitch. It's a big deal though. Whatever the fuck you're doing, it's a really big deal. And I feel like right now, like, you don't really understand how big of a deal it is. But like on the spiritual plane, you know how big of a deal it is. And everybody else does too. So that's the reading that I have for you guys. And I will see you guys later. Bye.